Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga. Bhagwan Krishna gives all the gyan, all the wisdom of the Upanishads to Arjun in the hope that Arjun will see the light. But it's too much in one shot. So at the end of the chapter, he still doesn't know what to do. So we come to the third chapter, the art of doing actions successfully, the art of doing actions spiritually, Karma Yoga. So that's where we are, and we have already studied 27 verses last time. What was the 27th verse? It was all about the gunas, tamas, rajas and sattva. And Bhagwan explained to Arjun that all the actions that we are doing, who is doing them? Gunas are responsible for all our actions. But some people don't know that. They think that they are the doers of the actions. And so in that verse, Bhagwan calls them ignorant. Ahankar vimudha atma. They still are identifying with the body. They are still identifying with the mind. They are still identifying with the intellect. What we call in simple short form, BMI. So what are these gunas? In short, you know that there are three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. Sattva is like a clean, transparent glass. It's so clean and transparent that it becomes possible to see clearly through it. And within us, when we are fully sattvic, it is possible for the light of consciousness to be revealed. It is not yet enlightenment, okay? You have to cross sattva also. But it is experienced as bliss of beauty, knowledge, balance, harmony. That is one of the gunas. Then you have rajas. If sattva is a clean, transparent glass, then rajas is a glass which is little dirty, has lots of fingerprints on it, very dusty. It's very difficult to see on the other side. So there's a lot of rajas in you. It's very difficult to see yourself, to have a glimpse of who am I. And it is experienced as desire, activity, movement, effort. So rajas is a guna of movement. So you have to be very careful. If you are predominantly rajas, it can move you to sattva, but it can also move you to tamas. So you have to direct your rajas in the correct way, and that is what Bhagavad Gita will teach you, how to direct it to sattva instead of directing it to tamas. And then of course there's tamas, dullness. Glass is fully boarded up maybe. You cannot see anything on the other side. It conceals consciousness completely. It conceals your identity completely. It's heaviness, it's inertia, it's lethargy, it's ignorance, darkness, staleness, it's sleep. So, somewhere I read or heard, I don't remember, sattva is a little comical also. Sattva is described as freshly picked, farm fresh tomatoes. They are very healthy for you to eat. So that is sattva. Keeps you healthy. And when you use those tomatoes to make a very spicy sauce full of chilies and make a nice pizza sauce or something, it's good once in a while, but you can't have it every day. That's rajas. You know that sattva has become too spiced up. And tamas, that sauce has gone stale, or the tomatoes have only gone stale or rotted. So we need to increase our sattvic component. Okay? Saying that, let's go ahead with verse 28 today. Hopefully, I'll do 3 verses, 28, 29, 30. That is my hope. And I can never say for sure. So, let's start with chanting verse 28. Tattvavittu mahabaho.
Tattvavittu mahabaho.
Guna karma vibhagayo.
Guna karma vibhagayo.
Guna guneshu vartanta.
Guna guneshu vartanta.
Iti matva na sajjate.
Iti matva na sajjate.
Let's chant it together.
Tattvavittu mahabaho. Guna karma vibhagayo. Guna guneshu vartanta. Iti matva na sajjate.
What it says is, and I'm reading it from the text which you all probably also have. However, he who has true insight into the respective spheres of gunas, which are the modes of Prakriti, and their actions, holding that it is the gunas in the form of the senses, mind, etc., that move among the gunas, objects of perception, does not get attached to them, Arjun. It sounds complicated, but actually it's very, very simple. So let's understand what the Sanskrit words are. First and foremost, let's take the word Mahabaho. Mahabaho means the mighty armed one, and it refers to Arjun. Bhagwan Krishna is calling Arjun Mahabaho, mighty armed. Tattvavit is the enlightened one, the one who knows the truth. Tattvavit. But you see the word in the shloka, it's not Tattvavit, it's Tattvavittu. So that tu at the end is but. But the enlightened one knows. What does he know? Guna, karma, vibhagayoho. He knows about the effect of gunas on the actions. He knows that the gunas are doing the actions. And he knows something else also. Guna guneshu vartante. Guna guneshu vartante means the 3 gunas of the sense organs are engaged in the 3 gunas of the objects. Don't worry, I'll explain everything. The 3 gunas of the senses are working, engaged, involved in the 3 gunas of the objects. Iti, thus, matva, knowing this, na sajjate, does not get attached. Who does not get attached? The Tattvavit. Got it? So let's see this word Mahabaho. Arjun, as you all know, has fought many battles. And in every battle, he has been victorious. He has won every battle, and with the conquering the most, dreaded enemies also. Bhagwan Krishna here is reminding him of his valor. Bhagwan Krishna is reminding him of his reputation, that you have been invincible. You have never been defeated by anyone. Why is he doing that? Because he is reminding him of his Kshatriya Dharma. It is, you are a Kshatriya. And as a Kshatriya, it's your duty, it's your responsibility to protect Dharma and to destroy those who are creating adharma or to destroy adharma itself. So, he has been successful in conquering the outside enemies, right? Now he's saying it's time for you to conquer your inner enemies also. See, Bhagwan Krishna is very smart, you know. He uses all different names for Arjun when it suits. What name suits the occasion, that Updesh that he wants to give, that name he uses. See, even we also do that, na? When you want your child to do something for you, be, you know, nice, you want to use all pet names, no? Kabbu, Ammu, all, you know. But if you want to scold, you know, Kabbu, come now, let's do this properly. You say, Kabir! you will use some proper, like, different name. You won't say Pappu, Chikku, Mitku, all funny names we use. So like that, Bhagwan Krishna also, he knows exactly. Now here, he wants to inspire Arjun. So he is using Mahabaho. Now, in verse 27, Bhagwan Krishna explained to Arjun already that all actions were performed by Guna. And the one who is thinking he is the doer, he is a fool because he is deluded by his ego. Therefore, he starts this verse with tu, but, because he is going to give the opposite viewpoint, the one who doesn't feel that the actions are being done by the gunas, opposite viewpoint. Who is that person? Tattva Vit. Tattva Vit means the one who knows the truth. What truth does he know? Let's understand why this is different from normal people. Everyone knows very clearly, I am. I am doesn't have to be taught to anyone. The minute you wake up in the morning, you have definitely got a feeling of I exist, I am. But most people believe what? I am a body. I am this person. I am a mother, I am a father, I am a child, I am a person who thinks this, I am a person who believes this, I have these concepts. And they assume they are body, mind, intellect. And we have been talking about this for a long time. Why do they think I am body, mind, intellect? Because they have identified with it. They have identified with body, mind, intellect. But the Tattvavit, he's had an experience which tells him, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am not Prakriti, I am not Guna, I am not nature which keeps changing, I am not matter. What does the Tattvavit realize? The Tattvavit realizes, I am not this changing Prakriti, I am the changeless Brahma. I am the changeless that. What we call that, because there is no word to describe Brahma. So, the Tattvavit has identified with Brahma. And if he has identified with Brahma through Vivek, through discrimination, through understanding, that means he has reached there through Gyan Yoga. And if he has reached that conclusion through selfless action, which is also possible, then he has reached that state through Karma Yoga. So when this happens, then you can say Karma Yoga. Then you can say Gyan Yoga. But if you have not yet reached that identification with Brahma, till then it is only Gyan, not Gyan Yoga. Till then you will only be doing karma, not karma, yoga. For it to be a yoga means union. For it to be a union, that identification with Brahma is required and disidentification with BMI. So, Tattvavit is the one who has identified completely with Brahma. What has he realized? Guna, karma, vibhagayo. He has identified what these gunas are and where do they act, on what area are they acting, how are they acting with Vishays, how are they acting with objects. So we know, I have already told you, there are three gunas: sattva, rajas, tamas. They are all part of nature, okay? Anything and everything that you can see, perceive in the entire universe, all that is guna. Whatever is there in the universe is guna. You are also guna, I am also guna. All objects are also guna. Everything is guna. All matter is made up of guna. So there is one beautiful definition. Matter. What is matter? Anything that you can experience as this. If you can put that word this with anything, it is matter. And you know, it's not just objects. It's not just this glass. It's not just this pen. Because you can also say this body. This is also matter. Let's go further. You can also say this thought. So this thought is also matter. You can say this feeling. And this feeling is also matter. Which means this dream is also matter. Means none of these are changeless Brahma. All of this is Prakriti, all of this is Guna. And we have identified so much with this body, this thought, this feeling. Even with this dream we get upset. And what is this? Is all transient. It's all temporary. So now each guna has a sphere of action. You know that? Sattva, balance, beauty, knowledge. Rajas, action, activity, movement. Tamas, sleep, darkness, ignorance, inertia, lethargy. And these gunas, they are not permanent. These gunas keep changing. They keep fluctuating. Within 1 second, you could be moving from sattva to rajas to tamas, or tamas to rajas to sattva. They keep changing, and because they keep changing and because they are responsible for actions, our actions also can keep changing, or the nature of our actions can keep changing. Now, see, interesting thing. Your senses are also made up of gunas, because you can say this sight, this smell, this sound, this taste. If you put this, means it's gunas. So senses are made up of gunas, and objects are also made of gunas. So what is seeing? Guna. What is the guna seeing? Guna. Guna, guneshu vartante. Gunas are acting with gunas. Where do I come in? I am not guna, because I, real one who knows the meaning of I, knows that I am Atma. I am Chaitanya. I am that. I am part of that. So gunas are connecting with guna. They have their own spheres of action, sattva, rajas, tamas. What do I have to do with it? Guna is sattva, action will be sattva. Guna is rajasic, action will be rajasic. Guna is tamasic, action will be tamasic. Atma is not connected with any action. What is Atma doing? Cannot change like the gunas. Atma simply witnesses. Atma is the witness. Aham sakshi. Aham brahmasmi we say. Aham sakshi. I have nothing to do with the action. Guna, sense organ, Vishay. Apna drama. They are playing their own dramas. We have to stay aloof from the drama. Because we have identified with the BMI. Because of our ignorance. Because we have identified with BMI, we have identified with the action, and that's why we call ourselves doer of the action. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. And do you know what is bondage? Bondage is exactly this, identifying with the action, identifying with the guna. That is your bondage. Why is it a bondage? Because if I have done, then I have to wait for the result. That's your bondage. But the Tattvavid knows Atma is not the same as BMI. Tattvavid knows Atma is not doing the action. Tattvavid knows senses are also guna. Objects are also guna. Guna, acting with guna, hamara kya hai? I am just tatast, kutast, witness, just watching this entire drama. And since I am not attached to the action, I am not attached to the result of the action also. Therefore, I am free. So, in the beginning, when we start studying this knowledge, we have a theoretical understanding. We have an intellectual understanding of this truth. We understand it. It makes sense. But if we want to be actually free of that bondage, you have to have a direct experience of Aham Brahmasmi. And that is what the whole quest is all about. And look at it logically. Atma is not the doer. You can write this down. Atma is not the doer. Who is the doer? Prakriti is the doer. I am not Prakriti. Logical. Therefore, I am Atma, and therefore I am not the doer. If you remember these logical sentences, it will be very quick for you to give up that identification with the action. And you know, we get caught up in the action. We get caught up in the actions being done towards us by other people. So not only remember it when you are doing the action, that I am not the doer, Prakriti is the doer. When someone is doing an action which is unpleasant to you, then we get upset, then we get disturbed, then we feel sad, then we feel, that time also remember, that person is also not the doer. It is his or her gunas which are doing. So, Aham Brahmasmi, what I have to do with that person's action? And that is how you will slowly become free. Free from what? Why I want to be free? Because the actions makes me sad. The action makes me upset. The action makes me depressed. The action, I don't want to be that. I want to increase sattva in me. So, distance, and we call that creating the gap. And Bhagwan is going to give us beautiful technique now. Hopefully I will finish it in this session. How to make yourself free. So Tattvavid, iti matva na sajjate. Iti matva na sajjate in this verse. Knowing all this, the Tattvavid does not get attached. Clear? Let's go on to verse 29. We'll chant it first. Prakriter guna sammudha
प्रकृते गुणसम्मूढा
sajjante guna karmasu
सज्जन्ते